Hey everyone, it's Natalie and Sarah for Two Women Talking, and we have an exciting topic today because I know a lot of people really love the topic about when do you feel you're most beautiful. I think it made a lot of women especially think about when do they feel most beautiful. So we're going to be talking about the art of receiving today, which I think is super key for a lot of women, including myself. But first of all, Natalie, if you want to introduce yourself.
Absolutely. So my name is Natalie Stratton. I'm the mother of 3 grown children, and I have a beautiful website. It's my name, nataliestratton.com. I do destination retreats with women, do really powerful experiential learning retreats in beautiful locations, as well as I'm a life coach.
Excellent. And I'm Sarah DeCiccio. I'm a certified holistic health coach, and my specialty is gut health. So if you want to learn more about me and to sign up for my free emails for some tips and tricks, you can head over to my website at www.findingyourwellspot.com. So let's get right into this, Natalie. The art of receiving, which I think a lot of women, because we're such a by nature, I think we give a lot and we have a really hard time receiving. And that's for me, for sure. I have a really hard time receiving. So what are your thoughts on this subject?
Yeah. And I think in the inability to receive, it really affects your self-esteem. And as women, we're kind of programmed in our culture to be the givers and the nurturers and all of that. And the tide is turning. You see a lot more posts, a lot more women talking about self-care and, taking time for yourself and, the yoga thing and meditation and all of that. So it's a good thing. It's absolutely a good thing. But I thought it would be really cool to create an emotional response for our audience, Sarah, to really understand what goes on in that exchange. So without further ado, why don't I load that up here? We'll play it for people. It's about 4 minutes long. There's a little commercial we'll have to endure. But other than that, it's really well worth a watch, you guys. So, and then we'll have some conversation, and then I want to hear about everybody's comments for sure. So just give me 2 seconds here and I will play it.
Basically, I'm making an integrated arts video, and I'm just taking pictures of things I find beautiful.
Oh, that's sweet. Right in the blood.
Things that I find beautiful. Of course. So I just need you to stand there and exist of things I find beautiful. And I think you're a beautiful person. Of course.
It's so awkward.
It's not.
Okay.
Things I find beautiful, and you got a great look. You're beautiful. Just taking pictures of things I find beautiful. I find beautiful. And so yeah, I think you got a really good look, so I took a picture of you. Beautiful, and I think you got a good look. No problem. What's your name? Awesome. Things I find beautiful.
Of what?
Things I find beautiful.
I'll catch you in the face.
What?
You're saying you find me beautiful?
Yes, of course.
You better wash your ass.
You're a beautiful being, and you know it.
Shut up!
You're a beautiful being, and you know it, Zoe.
Alright, are you done then? Do you have what you need?
Why are you being like this?
Clearly you're being goofy.
Things I find beautiful. I'm taking pictures of things I find beautiful. Things I find beautiful. So yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah. Just continue to look at me.
Just to do anything?
Yeah, do anything you want.
What the fuck am I doing though?
Just look at me. Just look at me.
I kinda don't believe it.
Beautiful. Things I find beautiful.
What?
Things I find beautiful. Things I find beautiful. Of course.
Or makeup and everything.
Things I find beautiful, so. Things I find beautiful.
I'm sorry.
No, it's completely fine. You're not bad. And I'm just taking pictures of things I find beautiful.
That is so nice.
Well, it's the truth.
This has been such a great day.
Yay! Okay, let's stop sharing. Hard not to tear up.
Well, it's amazing how people react to that, right? It's hard to receive that when someone calls you beautiful.
Yeah, and they weren't, just expecting it. It's almost like they're processing, what does that mean? And you can see instantly, do I believe that? Like each of them, some did, and then there's some pretty big defended. That one person was pretty defended, but for the most part, it was like such an awesome moment for people.
Yeah. Do you think, though, I was just thinking, do you think that just with our social world now, and that because we don't really communicate like we used to anymore, do you feel that people don't actually get complimented like they used to back in the day, maybe? And then that's why it's such a like, somebody noticed me in all this chaos.
That would make sense to me, because oftentimes, now that we are more of a social media, we're online and kind of separated. The screens are separating us. We're not actually picking up the phone as much. We don't answer doors like we used to. We're almost annoyed when people interrupt our time. We're becoming more Netflixed and more cocoony and more isolated, I think. And yeah, we are losing touch with that side of humanity where we're not complimenting each other nearly enough. We're not saying you're beautiful, or what inspires me about you, or what I like most about you, or anything. Like, we're too busy doing business.
And do you feel that, like, even with Facebook, someone could put like a profile picture up, even though I think, oh yeah, they look beautiful and I like it, that doesn't mean the same as me saying, oh, you look beautiful. And it might not even be as powerful, even just me typing it, oh, you look beautiful in this picture, as me saying it to your face, and you look beautiful today.
Yeah, absolutely. There's a difference, for sure. There's a difference in the energetic exchange. Absolutely. I think that it's really important to compliment each other throughout our day. Like, look at what she created. Like, I forget her name now, Shay something. But what a great project, like what a fun little experiment she created. Like, at the end, you made my day. Yeah. Like, she's probably, and I think everybody's craving attention, and that's why we are such a selfie generation. That's why you see so many posts of, look at me, look at me, look at me, see me, see me, see me. Yeah. And it's not that you want to feed the ego per se. It's that genuine heart exchange. It's a big difference. Do you know what I mean?
No, I do.
I think
like most people are craving love and connection, and they're looking for that. And of course, a lot of people are looking at at it online, or they might not feel good about themselves. So that's like a safe place to try and get some compliments, maybe, to make them feel better.
Absolutely, to get a few strokes. So on the flip side, so every interaction is giving and receiving. On the flip side, that's when you, if you're feeling like you need the attention, that's when you go and ask for somebody to remind you of your greatness or remind you of what they see in you. Like, go and ask for it. There's nothing wrong with that. Like, talk about brilliant self-care. It's if you're feeling small about yourself, if you're, had a bad day, it's like, being vulnerable enough to say, hey, just, can you guys remind me what you see in me? Just, even private message that, or if you're so bold to do it online, because we typically don't want to show our vulnerability online. But however that looks, that's a great way to be reminded of it. And then you have to give it, though, to receive it. That's the ticket. Mm-hmm. You have to be prepared to give it out. Yeah, you have to be prepared to, send somebody, if someone you're thinking about, or they come across your mind, throw them a quick text, or pick up the phone and leave a beautiful voicemail if you don't get them directly, and just say some nice things to them that really mean something to you. And that's it. That's the exchange. Simple as that.
Excellent. Well, thank you, Natalie. And
you're welcome.
Everyone next week.
Sounds good. Bye, everyone. Love to hear your comments.